This is Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about training camp day 3. Jalen Hurts is still cooking. The DB competition is getting fierce, and AJ Brown and Devonta Smith, they just can't be stopped. But let's get straight into it. All right, man. Before we get straight into it, you guys know how I like to break down the camps. So, Kellen Moore has spoke to the media, and he said a couple things about Jalen Hurts and about the offense. But let me play these clips.
First couple days, it's been excellent. Just his operation, you can just tell he's in command, he's in control. He's doing an excellent job at the line of scrimmage with the little nuances and little adjustments that he has at his disposal, and so it's been really good.
Kellen, from against the rest of the league.
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know all the context going backwards, but I know, focusing on this year, I think a really big aspect is just continue to put these guys in various positions. And so it's not a traditional AJ always lines up at, let's say, X, and you can anticipate him always being in this position, each and every play. And so we're continuing to move those guys, put them in position based off what our scheme, where things may go or where we want to put them in high likelihood of touching the football, but also what's the defense presenting us so we can put those guys in advantageous situations.
Right. You see it far as with training camp, moving the guys around. Jalen Hurts has definitely been taking command, and I like that Jalen Hurts is taking command. It feel like he's playing his best football right now, taking command, taking control of the offense. And Kellen Moore got these guys looking good. So far, so good. Obviously, we got to see it in the real games, see what the offense do. Hopefully, we get a quarter or two out the first team offense in the preseason. We will see. But so far, so good how Kellen Moore been working in, the offense and how these dudes gelling together. Go back and look at the notes during OTAs, and it was like the offense is struggling. What's going on? The defense is just dominating. But it's been 3 straight days since the offense been good. The reason why I'm not criticizing the defense, because the defense themselves have been making plays. It's just that Jalen Hurts been better. Like the defense to get a sack or maybe an incompletion here or there. But the offense just been on the money, man. So it's really hard to criticize the defense, even though they still making plays, but the offense is just making better plays. And I want to talk about James Bradberry a little bit before I get into the notes. And he had an interview, and the media was pressing him, and he ain't run from nothing. But let me play just a minute of the interview.
Corners anyways, because I didn't play too well. So that was kind of my thought process. And then now I'm learning safety. Those guys are getting a lot more reps. And if the time comes to where I'm still on the team and they want me to play corner, I'm going to be ready. I'm on the team right now. So as far as while I'm on the team, I want to find a role on this team. But I'm working right now at safety to see if I can learn it and play that and be a valuable asset to the team right there. And of course, we already have 2 starters. And we also drafted a guy in the first round. And Isaiah Rodgers is really good. So I'm just trying to find my role right now. Right now, I'm still on the team. And while I'm still on the team, I'm going to try to find my role. Well, I'm on the team right now, so I'm taking it day by day because in the NFL, you never know. So, I could be traded. I could not be traded. So I'm letting Howie handle that. I just approach my job day to day, and right now I'm on the team. I'm just glad to be on the team.
Thanks, James. Good talking to you.
Say what you want about James Bradberry, his play, whatever, but his leadership and the way he speak and the way he acknowledged how bad his play was, and he's trying to do stuff to help the team while he's on the team now. And, maybe safety can work out for him, but at the same time, who do you remove? I like what he said. I like his leadership, but at the end of the day, I still feel the same way I feel. I think we should trade him because he's taking a spot from a younger guy. Why Mekhi Gardner can't be there? You got Avonte Mathis, who is a nickel corner, who can play nickel and safety, and who did it at the NFL level. Like, whose spot will he be taking if he's on this team? Whereas though he could go to another team, get a fresh start, see if he could get back on his feet. But, man, I do feel bad for James Bradberry, man. I really do. But he acknowledged it got Isaiah Rodgers. Then you went out and drafted 2 DBs. and I was playing bad. Like, you gotta watch the interviews. He kept it real, and that made me gain a lot more respect for him. But my position don't change. I believe we should still trade him. But all right, let's get into the camp notes. All right, so the people that was worried about Jeremiah Trotter Jr., he was back. He was back. He was practicing. I reported yesterday that it was just cramps. So it was just cramps. Like, he was good. He was fine. So it was good to see Trotter Jr. back out there. All right, the starting DBs, man. We got to start with the starting DBs and the starting linebackers. So the linebackers were still Zach Baun and Devin White. The starting DBs, Keely Ringo for the second day in a row. And, of course, is Darius Slay on the outside with him. So that CB2 battle is really fierce because Isaiah Rodgers really won it. Keely Ringo really won it. Quinyon Mitchell probably really wanted, but Quinyon been starting in the slot. They've been having Quinyon in the slot, and y'all was calling me crazy. I'm like, look, I don't think Quinyon can win that outside battle, not this year, but that slot is wide open. So this is the second day in a row Quinyon been in the slot. So I believe, I'm telling you, it's going to be Quinyon in the slot. It's going to be Keely Ringo or Isaiah Rodgers on the outside, and it's going to be Slay on the other side. So look, man, that DB battle is insane. It's crazy. You would think these dudes don't like each other, right? That's what you would think. Like, man, it's competition. You know, this is jobs and everything on the line. But they tried to fool the media, tried to get Keely Ringo to speak about it, tried to, say what he got over the other guys. And Keely Ringo handled this question so well. But let me play this clip.
You and Isaiah and Quinyon, seems like you guys are all cool with each other and that you kind of all embracing the situation.
Yeah, of course, man. Well, shoot, we're all teammates at the end of the day. We all want to continue to help each other get better. I feel like that's our main focus. And just each other, just being able to bring out the best of each other, especially with competitive. So,
What do you think you bring to the table that's different than those other guys?
I feel like all of us have great capabilities. All of us are fast, big, and we all can move, honestly. So I don't have too much.
How do you separate yourself? Like, what do you feel like you have to do?
Yeah, man, just continue to have a great mindset every single day. I feel like camp's so long. It's a long process, and I just feel like the person that's able to continue to come out here and just put your best foot forward every single day can definitely help you.
Really curious about the one.
I gotta respect Keely Ringo. They wanted him to go like, "Oh, what you better than those other dudes?" He like, "Nah, we all good. Like, we all this, we all that." Whereas though he could have separated himself, but he still kept it a team thing. Even though it's a competition, he still kept it a team thing, and I gotta respect Keely Ringo for that. All right, so let's go more into the notes. Brandon Lee Gowan had tweeted not even too long into practice, and AJ Brown and Devonta Smith had both made pretty difficult catches look easy. They might be good or something. Like, yo, Devonta Smith and AJ Brown been balling. I mean, it's hard to stop these dudes. It don't matter. Slay, Ringo, Rodgers, no matter who's on these dudes, they've been balling out their mind. But we talking about two top 10 receivers. And it's only going to get the DBs better as well. But AJ Brown and Devonta Smith and Jalen Hurts, they are on another level right now. They playing at another level. And look, soon as practice started, as soon as Jalen Hurts started making the passes, AJ Brown and Devonta Smith just been cooking. So during the one-on-one drills, Paris Campbell, he burned Darius Slay right down the sideline over the shoulder TD. Perfect pass from Jalen Hurts right in the bucket. So Jalen Hurts, Paris Campbell connection been really well too. So we got to watch that. That third wide receiver, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be utilized. And Paris Campbell is starting to separate himself from the group. John Ross is behind him, but Paris Campbell looked like he's going to run away with that wide receiver 3 position. So Jalen Hurts threw another dime on the one-on-one drills to Devonta Smith, and I can actually play the clip right here because the Philadelphia Eagles uploaded it, and it was beautiful. I mean, it was right there. It was like right in stride, because if Jalen Hurts underthrew it just a little bit, Isaiah Rodgers could have got to it, but it was just on the money. I mean, Jalen Hurts was throwing dots out there, dot at the dot at the dot. All right. And during the second set on 11 on 11s, Isaiah Rodgers goes with the first team, Forrest with the cornerback, and Darius Slay was on the outside, and it was still Zach Baun and Devin White. So this is the second set of 11 on 11 drills, and Slay is Slay, so they still swapping out to see what they got with Rodgers and Ringo. So both of them getting a shot. Man, I can't wait till week 1 to see who they go with. I don't think they make any wrong answers. I don't know. They don't make any wrong answers, but that linebacker position, man, it looked like it's gonna be Devin White and Zach Bond, and they probably gonna have Nakobe Dean more on Don packages. We'll see how it work, because Devin White is not the best in coverage. I don't think Zach Bond either. And Nakobe Dean might be the best linebacker we have in coverage. So far, the linebacker position, Zach Bond is running away with the spot. And at DB, still going back and forth, back and forth. We can't really say who's running away with it just yet. I know that's the name y'all hate to hear, but Kendrick Gainwell been out there as well, getting multiple targets with the first team. So they using him in passing packages, running packages. So they trying to see how they can utilize Kendrick Gainwell in certain positions. But he's still our second RB, and the second RB definitely gets burned from time to time. And we just need him when his number comes up. Just show and prove. I don't think Kenneth Gainwell is as bad as he showed last year. I think that 2022 Kenneth Gainwell is still there. It's just the bad play calling, man. It hurts me when I talk about this with Eagles fans, because certain guys, they were just bad. Like even James Bradberry, like, yeah, the play calling was, he ain't say this, but the play calling was bad, but that doesn't give him any right to blame the play calling. His playing was bad as well. Whereas though Kenneth Gainwell, yeah, some of his playing was bad, but you want a predictable offense. How much can Kenneth Gainwell do in a predictable offense? We'll see what he do in this offense, where his number called from time to time. But it's good to see the team didn't really give up on him. And maybe Kellen Moore see something in Kenneth Gainwell. We'll see how he used from time to time, but it'll be interesting how we use Kenneth Gainwell, because I still believe Saquon will be and should be a 3-down back, but he gonna need breathers, and we gonna need Kenneth Gainwell to show what he got during certain situations. Eagles, the defense been trying to blitz Jalen Hurts, but he been carving the blitz up. Remember, he couldn't read, couldn't do nothing against the blitz. But nah, he been carving that blitz up. The defense been showing multiple blitz coming at him. He been carving it up. So that's what teams going to do. Teams are going to see, like, did he learn from last year? They're going to bring the blitz and the blitz and the blitz. And once he start beating it, other teams going to have to adjust. And if you adjust too much, Jalen Hurts still got wheels. And I'm hearing he look a lot faster too. So hey man, we gonna be difficult to deal with. All right. So during the 7 on 7s, Keely Ringo goes back with the first team for us to start in CB2. So Isaiah Rodgers back swapped out, and now we got Keely Ringo in on the 7 on 7s. And also during the 7 on 7s, you had Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond, and you had Devin White with the second unit. So that's interesting that they've been trying to work in Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond together. To me, it's no doubt that Devin White is going to be the starter, but it's just certain situations they probably going to have them two together. Kenny Pickett is low-key having a strong camp. He's definitely an upgrade from Marcus Mariota, just in case, Jalen Hurts have to miss a game or two, or hopefully we blowing some teams out and Kenny Pickett gets some time to show what he still got. But he's been looking good during camp. Not better than Jalen Hurts. No, not for sure. Jalen Hurts been, again, on different timing. But when Kenny Pickett been working with the second team, he's been cooking. He threw a 30-yard dime to Brenton Covey. Brenton Covey got one over on Quinyon Mitchell. So Brenton Covey beat Quinyon Mitchell for a 30-yard banger. So Covey is like, look, I'm still in this conversation. I'm still on this team. I can make this team. So we'll see what Covey got, man. Ainias Smith had a drop. He hasn't been looking too good in training camp, y'all. He was the one guy I was going to be looking out for. But Ainias Smith, again, if y'all want to update on him, It haven't been looking too good. Even like Johnny Wilson had a couple drops here and there. So the rookie wide receivers, got to keep it real with y'all. They've been struggling. Devonta Smith, and I'm gonna show this clip too, but he mossed Keely Ringo. Keely Ringo was right there with him, and Devonta Smith mossed him. Again, these cornerbacks and stuff, they are in good positions, doing what they have to do. But Devonta Smith and AJ Brown been playing at a different level. But yeah, Devonta got one up over on Keely Ringo. According to Brandon Lee Gowan, he did not see Tyler Steen on the practice field. Not sure if he's injured or not. So we subbed in Kennard at right guard to replace Tyler Steen. Interesting. I don't know too much about Kennard, but that's who replaced Tyler Steen. Mekhi Becton, he got first team reps as right tackle. Right tackle, and Trevor Keegan got mixed in a bit at left guard with Landon Dickerson. So that's interesting because you would think it'd be Mekhi Becton that get that call up, but they probably like Mekhi Becton if he had to swing and come in for somebody, they'd prefer tackle because that's what Becton played. Julian remember him from Detroit? Yeah, he's been cooking up. He's been cooking. So he's been beating one of our offensive tackles here, UDFA, a lot. So Julian has been balling. So that's a guy we'll see like more during preseason, see what he got. But Julian been looking good. But that's all the notes I got far as today, far as camp. My thoughts on camp so far. So far, so good, man. Offense doing good. Defense are making plays because I believe Jalen Carter got a sack. The defense is making plays, but again, the offense is playing at another level. But Jalen Hurts interview at the practice, and he's on this cold. I'm gonna play this clip.
A matter of everybody buying into their role and everybody doing their job. I think that's as clear as it's going to be. That's going to always be my message. And like I told him day one after we ran that conditioning test, you talk about all this talent we have. And I feel like we've had great talent. We had great talent for about the last 2 years, and we've always had, we've done great things, good things, but the standard is raised, but great talent will win you games. It's not going to last, it's not sustainable like you want it to be, but it will win you games. But the great teams, those are the teams that win you championships. And so I think the focus has been put there and how together we are, how understanding we are of what we're doing, and just trying to be the best team that we can be. Everybody doing their job, mastering their role.
You see, he's on that cold. Like, look, we had talent. We were great. We were good with talent. Talent won us a lot of games. But we need the team. And Jalen Hurts been preaching that message and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And he believes it. Like, we can be great with this talent, but we need the team to take us to that next level, man. But that's my thoughts on camp. Jalen Hurts is taking his game to another level. Not sure what we're going to do with the cornerback room. The cornerback room is overcrowded. James Bradberry, I know some of y'all are telling me like, nah, we got to keep him. But who do you let go? Who do you let go? That's my thing. Who do you let go? Because Eli Ricks been getting first team reps. Eli Ricks been getting first team reps, man. Tyler Hall been getting first team reps. Do you let one of those guys go? I know he's considered a safety, so do he affect the DB room? Probably. Well, the cornerback room, yes, of course he affect the DB room, but the cornerback room probably not. But again, you gotta knock off somebody if you want to keep on James Bradberry. Somebody. And you don't want Tyler Hall to go. He's really good. The rookie's not going anywhere. What do you do? What do you do? But hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel about the news today? How do we feel about camp? Jalen Hurts, again, cooking up. DB room. Do you like the division that the media is trying to put out there? I know a lot of people got on me about that on Twitter. Like, what do you want the media to ask? But, they don't got to ask, like, what do you think separates you from them and this and that? You could have just asked about the competition in general. But, come on, media. Come on. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm